Stage 3 and 145 kilometres on the menu for today, starting here in Norwood. But towards the end, we get the infamous Corkscrew climb. It staged last year, won by Geraint Thomas. He might win again, but he's also got Richie Porte on the team. But can anybody beat Simon Gerrans? First on stage 1, second on stage 2. Ullrich got the better of him yesterday, and I think we're going to see similar riders battling it out at the finish today.
I like the Corkscrew. I think it's a good climb. It's a good climb for me. Last year did pretty good up it, so I hope to be in the first group and see what happens in the final.
Obviously, the last minute call up, it's not ideal preparation, and I haven't seen any of the courses at all. I was on YouTube last night trying to look up the Corkscrew climb to see what that was like. So yeah, but it's great to be here. It's exciting. It's my first world tour, and to ride with the guys, you know, yeah, just here to look after them.
It's a quite hard climb, and we have some guys eager to make the difference. So yeah, hopefully I can make the cut.
The riders left Campbelltown facing a 9-kilometre neutral section before the race proper started. Raphael Very of Lamprey was a non-starter after his crash in yesterday's stage. The first team to attack were Drapac, but giving Will Clark a rest, it was Travis Meyer going up the road on this occasion. He was soon joined by Kuzan of Europcar and Astana's Grivko. The trio built up a lead of almost 2 minutes before Jens Voigt of Trek Factory Racing decided he also wanted a piece of the action, eventually bridging across to them with around 25 kilometres covered. Best placed at the breakaway was Grivko, who started the day 1 minute and 7 seconds behind race leader Gerrans. Like yesterday, Orica didn't allow the breakaway much more than 3 minutes advantage. At the first sprint, Travis Meyer was the first across the line, with Grivko just behind, but there was a role reversal for the second sprint of the day at kilometre 53. With Orica riding so strongly at the front of the peloton, it looked inevitable that the break wouldn't make it. But that didn't stop Jens and Grivko giving everything they had, dropping their two companions with 10k's to go to the foot of the Corkscrew Hill. Approaching the climb, the speed in the peloton rose significantly as other teams came to the front to position their leaders, and it wasn't long before everything was back together. The last 5k's into the climb was done at an incredible average of 68 km per hour, and the effect of that speed was obvious as soon as the bunch hit the climb, which would decide the outcome of the stage. This is the riders' first true test of this year's Tour Down Under, and for anyone that's competed here before, they'll know it well. The infamous Corkscrew Hill, 2.9 kilometres with an average gradient of 8.9%, but that doesn't tell the whole story, because here, with just under 1k to go, it pitches up to an agonising 17%. It's 35 degrees here today, the hottest day so far on the tour, and with just 7.5k's to go from here to the finish, I'm expecting fireworks, not only on the climb, but also on the descent to the finish, in what's going to be the first true test for any riders with GC ambitions. Team BMC soon took over the pace setting, and with their leader Cadel Evans obviously feeling good, it wasn't long before we saw the Australian hero on the attack, with only Richie Porte of Team Sky able to follow. However, as they came into the last kilometre of the climb, even Porte wasn't able to stand the pace of Evans, who forged ahead solo, with Porte eventually being caught by Simon Gerrans. Cresting the top on his own, Evans had a 16-second advantage, and despite the best efforts of Porte and Gerrans, who were eventually caught by a chasing group, he retained all but 1 second of that advantage as he crossed the line for a very popular stage victory. Evans had also done enough to take the overall race lead, with a 12-second advantage over Gerrans, and after the race he was quick to thank his team.
Yeah, we've been training well. We have a really solid group here. Ben's a new addition to our team, Rick as well, Rick Zabel, and I have to say they've come right into our group, right into our synchronisation really well. It's been a pleasure so far, and I hope I can deliver them some more satisfaction.
You know, we knew he has it in him. We know he's capable of it. He's riding good, and he always goes down fighting no matter what. So we knew it was going to be a little bit up to just how the race unfolded, how the wind was going to be on the last climb. You know, who was chasing, who was pushing the pace, and then as Cadel was saying, who would collaborate behind in the chase. And yeah, it worked out great. We had I think Cadel got clear, and then we had a couple of us in the chase group kind of just patrolling things and maybe slowing it down a little bit.
You must be feeling fairly confident now for, you know, Willunga Hill. The fact that it finishes at the top, etc., as well, must play to your advantage.
Well, I don't know if it plays to our advantage. Yes and no, in the sense of, you know, it'll cut down the amount of people at the top, but Simon Gerrans has a really good sprint, and there's 10 seconds bonus at the top. You know, it's never in the can till it's really in the can. but it's looking good at the moment, and we have a little bit of leeway that we can bargain with.